What's going on, everybody? Super excited to have you download the Facebook ad spend calculator. This has been invaluable to my team, my clients, my customers in order to really see what you need to invest to hit your revenue goals each and every month just by running Facebook ads. And if you're not running Facebook ads, I implore you to start studying up on it, hire somebody that can do it because your returns can be astronomical. I promise. We've built our business on it and we've built a lot of our clients' businesses on it. So this should be able to help out clear up what should you be spending realistically to hit your revenue goals, what your cost per leads are, all of that. So I wanted to walk you through it really quickly so you know what you're looking at here. So step one, we want to identify what your revenue goal is because that's where we want to start. I typically look at each month what revenue goals do I have, how many sales do I want to make, and then it reverse engineers that back to what I need to spend on Facebook in order to get those results. So if I have a revenue target of $10,000, so let's say every person that comes in, I'm not talking about lifetime value or anything like that, but let's say whenever somebody comes in, they give me $2,000. Like that's what my product or service is worth. Now, if they continue paying me month after month, obviously these numbers, the value of each client's a lot higher than $2,000, but I want to keep this simple. So let's say each month I want to generate $10,000 in new revenue, and each one of my clients they pay me $2,000. So each month I need to close 5 new clients in order to hit a $10,000 goal. Now, as you can see here, all the green boxes are boxes you need to fill in with your own information. The yellow boxes is where it will auto populate to show you what you need to do to hit your goal. So go down here to step two. This is really focused on your sales process, closing ratios, things like that. So if you look here, closing ratio, this can vary between industry, sales, tenure, all of that. And I'm going to keep in there 30%. So basically, I close a third of the people that come in. Now, one thing to keep in mind, if you currently are getting business from referrals, strictly from referrals, and you think that your closing percentage is 80 or 90% because you're getting referrals, I'm telling you that's going to change when you're running Facebook because it's going to be colder traffic, which means not everybody you're going to have to sell a lot more, which is going to drop down the your sales conversion rate. So keep that in mind. So maybe just keep it right at 30%, maybe lower it just to be more conservative, but I'm going to stay right at 30%. So based off of that, I need 17 leads to close 5, which will give me my $10,000 in revenue. But I also want to take into account no shows and cancellations, which typically is about 40%. Some are going to be higher, some are going to be lower, but let's just keep it at 40% because that's kind of average that we see, which means I need to book 28 leads through my Facebook ad funnel in order to close 5, which is going to give me my revenue goal of 10. So you see how we're kind of reverse engineering everything back to meet what we need in ad spend. If you walk down one more spot, you see step 3. Now this is based off your landing page. So if you're running an ad, if you ever run a Facebook ad or really any ad in the digital space, you know that you're going to run them to a sales page. Maybe that's on your website. Maybe that's on a software like ClickFunnels or Lead Pages. But all the numbers and percentages that I'm showing you here are based off cold traffic. So that means I'm marketing to people that have no clue who I am. They've never heard of me. Obviously, if they've heard of me, they know about my brand, they trust me, they trust my business. These numbers are probably going to be a little bit higher, but I'm going to say 2% of the people that go to my sales page actually convert into an appointment or a scheduled phone call or whatever it is that you're wanting them to do when they get to that sales page. So with that being said, I need to drive roughly 1,400 people to my sales page in order to book 28 uh, opportunities. So 28 appointments, sales calls, whatever that means, or not whatever that means, sales calls, whatever that means in your business that you need to close, whatever your sales page is converting at. So at 2%, I need roughly 1,400 in order to get my 28, in order to close my 5 to get my $10,000 per month revenue goal. Now, step 4, you need to look on the back end of Facebook. If you're not familiar with what your industry, you can probably Google what is my cost per click. If you've run Facebook ads, or what is an average cost per click in my industry, and you'll probably get some answers that way that you can plug in there. But this is going to vary from industry to industry, audiences, everything. But to be conservative, well, just to kind of make it easy, let's do $1 cost per click. Estimated ad CTR, or click through rate. Go whenever you're marketing to a cold audience, you want to look at a minimum at 1% in order for your ad to really kind of be successful. So let's just base it off of that 1%. Click through on my ad, which means I need to reach 138,889 people in order for me to get roughly 1,400 clicks to my sales page, which then gets that converted to 28 number of appointments or book calls, which makes, based off my closing percentages, I will close my 5, ultimately hitting my $10,000 in revenue each month. So what does that all come down to? Well, here it calculates the results of that. I need to be prepared in order to hit those numbers. I need to be prepared to spend roughly $1,390 per month on Facebook. That would bring a cost per lead to $50 per lead. Now, if you don't have to hire somebody like ourselves or an outside source, you're able to do all this, hit these numbers, which is tough to do, but some people out there running their business know how to do it very well. So that means everything's just going to you. You're not having to pay somebody, so you don't have to calculate that in. But typically, obviously for our customers, we want to calculate that in. So let's say you hire a marketing company, that's $750 per month for them to run these for you and generate these. That means plus their fee, you need to be prepared to invest $2,138 in your marketing each and every month in order to hit your $10,000 in revenue goals. And you can see here, total cost, whenever I added that in, is $77 per lead, bringing $256 per sell. So for every $256 you spend per month running Facebook ads, you're going to close 5 new clients, meeting your goal of $10,000 in revenue. So essentially, you're spending $256 to make 2,000, which is a great return on investment. Hopefully this helps. Feel free to reach out, schedule a free strategy call if you want to walk through it. If you got questions about your business, we will not sell to you unless you want us to. So we just want to help out any way we can, and always feel free to reach out. Thanks again for downloading this, and look forward to hopefully speaking soon.